Welcome to the Top Shelf Grumbling podcast with Dan the Don Walls. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Lawn Hub for all your lawn care needs, Price Cutter, the best meat in town, Hale State, Russell Motors, go see Austin, he's got what you need, Butcher Block Restaurant, voted Best Biscuit and Best Breakfast 2025. Coming to you from the Wilder Fitness Studio, presenting a Where You Media production. This is Top Shelf Grumbling.
All right, we're back here at Top Shelf Grumbling with Dan the Don Walls. We want to thank Wilder Fitness. We're in the Wilder Fitness Studio here in Wilder Fitness Showroom in Pontotoc, Mississippi. Fantastic
Beautiful showroom.
Gorgeous place. If you get a chance, peep through the window if you can. If you're in the Pontotoc Warrior football fans, the season is upon us, and if you missed out on purchasing a commemorative piece of Old Warrior Stadium, there's still a chance to secure a piece. After a busy summer, they're back at it. Be sure to follow Stephen Tudor on Facebook and keep an eye out for updates on pop-up sales. Each piece comes with a pre-made label, and prices may vary by size and category.
All right, and tomorrow night we have the Pontotoc Warriors at Dan Pierce's last coaching job, the Houston Hilltoppers.
I don't think that's right.
Is that not right? I mean, that is right. That's where he came from.
So it's the Dan Pierce Bowl?
It's the Dan Pierce Bowl.
That was last week, wasn't it?
No, the Dan Pierce Bowl?
Pontotoc.
Well, yeah, I guess that could be the Dan Pierce Bowl. But what do we think?
They look. I don't really know much about the football team this year, but I know they beat the stuffings out of Amory last Friday night, and we hate Amory. Anytime we can beat Amory, I don't care what it is. I want to beat the hell out of them.
In the Jamboree, Pontotoc had 8 fumbles in one half of football. It seems like they've improved to Amory. What's our thoughts?
From what I've heard, Houston don't have too much. They got Columbus beat them pretty good, but I don't know at Houston. You never know. I feel like Pontotoc will get the win.
Hey, Houston's a rocking little stadium. They come out for their high school football.
Houston is predicted to be really good in 4A football, and 4A football I would almost put up there with 6A in the state of Mississippi. Like 4A football is very competitive. Obviously, you have Louisville. But you've got teams like New Albany. New Albany's got 2. I know of 2 D1 signees on that team.
I knew they got that one guy.
One at Ole Miss. He's actually taking a visit to. He's an LSU commit, but he's going to take a visit at Ole Miss here soon.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter the other day.
And you got the Shettles kid, Braden Shettles. He's been offered by several D1 schools, and obviously a really good talent with arm and running the football there too. So 4A football. Like I said,
it's pretty tough. It was last year for sure.
You finish top 5 or predicted top 5 in the rankings in 4A football, you can compete with anyone up to 6A. I think 7A is obviously a different brand. It's a different, it's a different gauntlet. But 4A football is there.
So you're
if
saying
you get a chance to go, you should go. It's going to be a very competitive league this year.
You can compete in 5A, you can compete in 4A.
Absolutely. Well, you talk about 4A as a whole. 4A as a whole, especially before the division changes, 4A as a whole across the state was one of the toughest divisions to play in baseball, football, basketball. I mean, it was one of the toughest divisions to win in. You had a lot of athletes besides the 6 and 7A group. I mean, like Kyle said, they're obviously a different breed, but I mean, 4A is where it's at.
And go Warriors. Good luck tomorrow night.
Yeah, good luck to all our Pontotoc County, South, North. North has Nettleton.
South.
North is supposed to be really, really good.
They look
this year.
good first game,
North
they said.
Really
but in the
I'm excited.
South had Bruce beat, supposedly, but lost it there in the end. But that's about all I heard about it.
I've heard from several people that South is really gritty, but I just don't know that they have the depth to go 4 quarters.
Well, we'll find out. I don't know. Does anyone know who South plays tomorrow? No idea.
I don't
either. I know they play at South, though. I know they play in Springville, the big town of Springville.
And, the South football stadium the past 3 or 4 years has been rocking. I mean, they've had their fans come out, too.
Okay, well, enough of high school football. We got our locals down pat. Let's skip on into the
I've got a
weekend
few
outlook.
random thoughts I want to put out there.
Well, come on with it.
Number 1, Gus Malzahn last week after they beat Bama put out some tweet, said something about just like old times.
Specifically said feels like old times.
Feels like old times when they beat Bama. He left out the part about him getting fired at Auburn because he couldn't win no more than 8 games. Then he's finna get fired at Central Florida. And because he'd won like 4 or 5, 6 games the last couple of years, and he took the offensive coordinator job at Florida State. And I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Him trying to talk junk, him as the offensive coordinator trying to trash talk Bama like he's some big shot coach. It's almost as bad as Butch Jones that time when Tennessee fired him. Saban hired him as an assistant, and he was talking junk about. Whenever he was at, he was talking junk to Saban, and then after Bama beat Tennessee, after Tennessee had fired him, and he was a damn just a consultant, not even on the field coach. He was smoking cigars and stuff. I don't know, just Gus, shut up.
Well, to be fair, in his 8-win seasons at Auburn, 8 wins in the SEC West is a good record.
He did beat Bama a few times, but
he took them to a national championship, which they should have won.
I agree.
They should have won that championship. They had them beat. They had them. What they do? Score with like 20 seconds left.
But I mean, if we talk about the old SEC West as a whole, 8 wins is a good season.
Well, he got ran out of town.
He did. But Auburn's never had.
Yeah.
They've never had the athletes to compete with them. I mean, they've had a lot of good athletes on the field, but as a whole,
they've had great athletes. It's just hard to recruit in the state. Alabama is a great state for recruiting. It's hard to compete when you talk on tradition when you go to Alabama versus Auburn. I couldn't imagine having to recruit against Saban, but over Saban's career, there's no one that's been able to beat him more than Malzahn. And to be frank with you, Auburn hasn't been relevant since he's left.
Absolutely.
I think that goes back to some of their rivalry though, because Auburn's beat Bama more times over the years than just about anybody else had, just because it's such a big rivalry.
I don't necessarily think it was much as a dig at Alabama as much as it was at Auburn, because they haven't. Have they beat?
I think it was a little bit of
both.
They have not
beat. Auburn has not beat Bama since Malzahn left.
Yeah.
So I think that was more of a dig at the University of Auburn University, as much as it was the Alabama.
Oh, he's definitely got the red eyes because Auburn fired him.
Yeah, that's a good take.
And I also want to talk about Arizona State's idiot coach.
Kenny Dillingham is
I knew this was coming. The Don has been grumbled all week over these comments.
Taking a shot at Mississippi State, saying that just outright lying, saying there wasn't a hotel period within an hour and a half of campus. There wasn't a casino. I don't know why he said that, because they're staying in Columbus, which is 15 minutes down the road.
Would you want to stay in Columbus?
No, but he is.
Well, to be fair,
I'd rather stay at the casino.
We could have offered him a spot in Oxford.
To be fair, me and
graduate.
To be fair, me and Sir Producer were watching a sports talk show yesterday, where he did come on and say that it was his booker's fault that they did not book the right hotel in time. And he apologized, but still,
the damage has been done.
You can't talk about Mississippi like that. Huck's Place, I guarantee you they eat Huck's Place this week, and they will have 5-star dining. You cannot beat Huck's Place. If you don't like that, drive 20 minutes to West Point, eat Anthony's. I guarantee you all 85 players, coaches, and staff that eat that will guarantee that it's a 5-star. I would for the right amount of money.
I was fixing to say, teams have come into Duty Noble Field and said that the food that they just got reaching over the outfield wall is better than anything they've had around there where they're from.
I hope Dillingham. I hope his bagels stale as hell on his continental breakfast this weekend. I hope he gets the worst.
If he eats a continental breakfast in Columbus, Mississippi, I guarantee you
it's going to be stale.
It might not be.
Oh, man.
But so speaking of that, and they're practicing with the cowbells. They're about to say like a little toy cowbell.
I mean,
gonna help them.
It's like a miniature wedding bell ring. He has no idea the fan base that he has awoken. They needed something to get behind.
Even Brandon Walker said he's like, I've been woken back. I've been down.
I think that the fan base is really going to get behind this game, and they're going to come out in large crowds, and they're going to be super obnoxious.
By the way, I'm going ahead and calling it State wins. Outright.
State wins outright.
There's your upset of the week.
I don't know if that's big of an upset.
Brought to you by the Don. First thing within the first 10 minutes.
I'm not even know if that's an upset.
As good as Arizona State was last year, I think it's an upset to the national media. But from looking at what they have right now, they don't have anything comparative to what they had last year.
I heard a guy talking on. They had a guy on Sports Talk. I guess it was yesterday. He was the Arizona State guy. He wasn't very impressed with the Arizona State's first game. So they had a bunch of penalties, which State had a bunch of penalties too. He said he was not very happy with their first game.
You had Cam Scatabo last year, who made a lot of blocks in the backfield and took a lot of runs after contact. He had a lot of yak. He had a lot of yards after contact, and that makes up for a lot of their mistakes on the offensive line and anything throughout there. And plus, he's missing one weapon who went to the NFL last year. He's got one left, which we all know he's going to be an NFL superstar. But if all the attention's on him, what do they have left?
That quarterback, though, he's back, and he's freshman of the year. He's very good.
He's a super dual threat guy. I mean, he can beat you with his legs or his arm. But once again, how good is he without all his weapons and the safety net that he had?
Well, I don't know what Northern Arizona has. I know looking at stats, Sam Levitt went 25 of 39 for 257, 2 touchdowns and a pick. And I didn't get a chance to watch that game. It wasn't on my radar, period, even regardless of who they were playing this week. But the kid's got skill. He took a no-name team that hasn't been relevant in a decade to winning, 11 games, going to the Big 12 championship, obviously getting cut short there and making it to the playoff. They're no pushover. I think Kenny Dillingham's a great coach.
I do too.
Yeah.
He went all season letting them know they were soft. They were going to get the hell beat out of them. And doing that, it's kind of reverse psychology. I think that they're going to come out and play State with a really good enthusiasm. They're going to get after them.
Well, he's gonna have a lot of good schemes set up. Like you said, he's a really good coach. He's really smart. I mean, he's gonna have a game plan, and they're gonna stick to it.
Both teams are going to have their stuff together. They're not going to be able to make many penalties like they did last week and come out with a win. So I think this game is going to boil down to who plays the cleaner game. So I'm anxious to watch. That's a 6:30 game, so we get.
And we're going to pick that one here in a second.
Absolutely,
yeah, absolutely.
But I've already picked it. But and we're going to start a new segment called "What's for Supper," aka "What's going on the grill that weekend?" This, that, and the other. I'm going to Kyle's to eat this weekend. I don't know what he's got what he's cooking, but I'm bringing jalapeno boats, cream cheese, bacon, wrapped in bacon, jalapenos. And that's what I'm bringing. I don't know what Kyle's got. What do you got?
We're going to smoke some ribs this week, guys.
Oh, God, we're beat.
We're beat. Salmonella. So, hey, if you're listening, shoot us a comment. Let us know what you're having this week.
Yeah,
we're
tag us on Facebook.
Hey, pictures.
Send Kyle some recipes, too.
I could use all the help I could on the grill. So if you've got recipes, you've got pictures, send them to us. Let us know what you're having. We will share them as well. Also,
go get your meat from Price Cutter in Pontotoc. Best meat in town.
Hell State.
Hell State.
As far as what I'm having on the grill this weekend, I'm definitely going to have what Kyle's cooking because I'll have to work that night. And if you don't,
at the Butcher Block.
If you don't cook, go to the Butcher Block, best steak in town.
If you're not satisfied, come to Kyle's for smoked ribs.
Yeah, ribs and fixins.
Fixins are TBD. If you want to come, you're more than welcome.
If I have time,
comment for an address.
If I have time to make some like 4-cheese baked mac and cheese after our round Saturday, I may cook us up some mac and cheese, but I doubt I will.
Thanks for the update.
All right, folks, we're back here with the Marquee Picks of the Week brought to you by Tupelo Home Center. Go see Kyle Robbins at 2401 South Gloucester Street, Tupelo, Mississippi, for all your mobile home needs. So that leads us into our picks of the week. We've got, 6 games?
Six games.
6 games.
We got Iowa and Iowa State.
Iowa State. You're
Red.
talking...
First of all, we're going to be doing this segment. We're going to be keeping up with it. We're going to have some kind of a prize, something at the end of the season. Somebody might have to shave their head. I don't know what it's going to be. But
the biggest loser, the biggest winner.
We'll let y'all know on the Monday night recap what the biggest loser is.
Iowa State. I just can't pick Iowa just about any game against a Power 5 team that's worth a crowd. Their offense is stuck in the 40s. Iowa State looked good against Kansas State, which I know that might not be that big of a win now because who was they struggled with last week? They almost got beat by like North Dakota Tech or somebody.
Yeah, but Iowa State showed some explosive tendencies against Kansas State.
The only thing
Iowa
that
State
scares
actually
me,
beat the dog. I actually took Iowa State minus laying the points last week. I think it was like 21.5, 24 or something like that. We won that bet.
I was talking about Kansas State. The team Iowa State beat Kansas State.
Yeah, week 0.
But Kansas State looked terrible last week against who it was they played.
They did. Jet lagged.
Yeah. But I think the only thing that scares me a little bit about taking Iowa State, they are at home, but the spread is only a couple of points. I feel like it should be a 10-point spread, and it's not. Anyway, I'm taking Iowa State.
So the Don for Iowa State.
I'm taking Iowa State.
Iowa State for me,
and
too.
a close one.
All right.
Iowa struggled at first against the University of Albany. I don't think they've scored a point in the last 4 years of the program. Iowa, obviously, I think if you get to 17 points, you beat Iowa. The under would be my take in this game, personally. But then we're just picking winners. Iowa State, for me, I think they outlast them offensively. I think they score more points. And there's just not a whole lot to say about this game. This game is it's a tough nut for each team. They come in here, they're ball blazing. They love this rivalry. I'm happy that they play this early in the season. You get a good glimpse of rivalry week.
They're probably one of the only big rivalries probably that plays this early in the season.
Probably the biggest rivalry that plays this early.
Yeah.
I'm going Iowa State.
Well, it's as far as the way I think, Iowa always plays tough. They normally have a really good defense, but Iowa State just looks too explosive on the offensive side of the ball. I think I'm going to go Iowa State too. All three for Iowa State.
Group lock, hammer Iowa. Probably.
Hammer Iowa State money line, not the spread.
Well, it takes us to 2:30. We got two 2:30 games. We've got State Line War with Kansas, Missouri.
I can't wait to watch this. They really do hate each other.
This is set up for a great rivalry. It brings back from the old Big 12 days when they were both in the Big 12. I'm anxious for it. Both have pretty good quarterbacks. I think, if I'm not mistaken,
that first game Missouri played, I know they wouldn't play. I watched them that Thursday night. They played. It wasn't a very good team. Man, that quarterback they got that came in looked awesome. I couldn't believe how good
Missouri is so explosive.
Bo Pribula is expected to play this game, and he left early last week. His stats are 23 of 28, 283, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for you one out.
Well, didn't they say he was out indefinitely, but they said he's going to play this week.
He's not on the injury report. So, man, you got two great quarterbacks on both sides. This is going to be a great matchup.
Missouri's been good these past few years. They've won 9 or 10 games a couple of times the past couple of years.
Well, Missouri's finally getting a little money brought in, and they're getting some players in. Missouri looks explosive on both sides of the ball. They got guys that are fast on the offensive side of the ball, and they got guys that are fast and heavy hitters on the defensive side of the ball.
I think it's the toss-up. But I'm going to go with Missouri just because they're at home. I'm taking Missouri.
Man, I don't want to get into this. I'm also with Missouri basically for the same reason. I think this is going to be a little too much for Kansas. I think it's a high-scoring game. I think it's a close game. But I think ultimately Missouri comes out on top. I like Drinkwitz. I like what he's done there. I like Pribula, what I've seen so far. Kansas, on the other hand, they look just a touch. They look just a little soft defensively on their secondary. I think Missouri.
They never had a very good defense.
Never have.
I've never seen Kansas have a defense worth anything.
But I think in a close game, Missouri pulls out.
Well, I think we're about to have another three-way group pick because I'm taking Missouri.
We're cooked.
Missouri they look too good offensive and defensively, and I know they were playing a no-name school, but the athletes that they have on the field, it looks like they can cover Iowa easily on the line and in the backfield. So I'm taking Missouri.
Well, that leads us to Ole Miss, Kentucky in Lexington at 2:30.
We're beat.
As Ole Miss fans, we are grumbled, we are mad, we are anxious. So
this feels like an easy pick for me.
Dirty Sanchez, we're going to let you go with this.
Yeah.
We're going to let you lead off with this one.
I really think that Austin Simmons looked good last week. He threw a bad pass early, and then he got hit and threw another interception, but that is what it is. The offensive line doesn't just look great, but they are playing together for the first time this year.
To be good.
Yeah, they have a real good chance to be good. And the run, Ole Miss has a run game this year.
And not to mention, we scored 63 points against Georgia State.
Yeah.
Georgia State's not that bad.
Georgia State's not a pushover.
They're playing Memphis this weekend, who's a pretty good team, and the spread is only around like 12 points. But
Georgia State's defensive line looked really good, which Ole Miss's offensive line left a little to be lacked. But I mean, they were big, they were physical. I think that Ole Miss is going to run away with this one. I think that the spread should be bigger than 10. I'm taking Ole Miss.
Georgia State was 1-7 in the Sun Belt last year.
Why are you whispering? Joe
I
Biden?
throw that in there.
So,
I personally, as an Ole Miss fan, I'm taking the Rebels. I take them big. I think Lane has a little bit of the sour ass on this one. Zach Calzada did not look good last week in any aspect of the game. Defensively, they give up over
85 yards. What was he threw for? 85 yards?
85 yards, 10 to 23.
He looked like Joe Montana Saturday.
And, Kentucky's defense was bad. Toledo's offense was just worse.
Toledo passed for 270 yards last week. I think at a pass-heavy offense like Ole Miss, what we do, I think we're drumming them. I think it's a 21-point game.
Just Toledo could not score in the red zone.
Well, I think the only way I think we lose is if we go up there and turn it over 4 or 5 times, which is possible. But Calzada, he did beat Bama one time.
He didn't
go 10 to 23 against them though.
But no. he did. What is this? His 10th team? It's seriously like his 7th or 8th season playing college football. And I did see somewhere yesterday, or I can't remember where it was, that Kiffin has been prepping for this game all year. He took the loss last year personal. But you've seen stuff like that before. You can't really go by that. But I think Ole Miss has got a chance to be good this year, but I don't think they're quite there yet. But I think Kentucky's like bottom of the SEC bad. I think Ole Miss rolls them in this.
Well, Daquan Wright is listed as questionable. I think he plays this game. I don't necessarily think he's pivotal for us to win this game, but I think if he does play, given that he does play, let's put it that way, if he's in there, he's a playmaker. We're going to open up our wideouts so much more. I think you can't leave him open over the middle of the field. If they do, we're going to pass for 600 yards. We're going to be
our receivers are going to be awesome.
Well, in my opinion, Calzada is kind of like that guy that Kyle was a big fanboy of last year, early in the year. Rushing,
he's way better than he's the same.
No,
he's not the Utah guy.
Yeah, the Utah guy.
What the hell is Utah?
Utah. Yeah, Cam Rising. He left. He wasn't that good.
All right, let's move along to this next game.
Everybody,
another group lock.
Yeah, another group lock on the Rebs.
0-3. Let's mark it down.
Oh, God.
Paid top shelf.
Oh, man.
So that moves us into our 6:30 matchups for us again. We got Michigan, Oklahoma. Now, this one I'm excited for. You've got 2 fresh quarterbacks coming into this game with Bryce Underwood, John Mateer on Oklahoma. Both have put up pretty good numbers in week 1. Both are highly expected to make big impacts on both games. I'm going to let you, Dirty Sanchez, start off with this one again. What do you think?
I think John Mateer's found his offense. I think he looks really good in the system that they're running, and in that case, I'm going to take Oklahoma.
Ooh.
Unpopular opinion, but
Don?
I'm going to have it.
Well, both of these coaches, I'm not sold on either one of them. Both of them are Michigan starting that freshman quarterback that could have went anywhere in the country. But it's his first road start. But it will be a hostile environment. I think the winner of this game goes on to have a good year. The loser, I don't think they'll have that good of a year. Being that's at home, I'm going Oklahoma in a close, very, very close game. But I wouldn't be surprised if in any result in that game. I don't know, but I am going with Oklahoma.
Well, guys, we have made it to our fourth pick, and
this is embarrassing.
Finally have a split decision.
Oh, we got a split.
We have a split decision. Both quarterbacks, I think, are expected to play decently well. I think this game is going to come down to the line of scrimmage. Who's going to dominate who? I honestly believe that Michigan has a much better run game than Oklahoma, and I think they can control the ball. They can control the line of scrimmage and take time of possession away and leave Oklahoma's defense on the field for a long period of time. I'm taking Michigan to upset Oklahoma at Oklahoma.
Big game, Seamus.
Big game, Seamus. He's here.
5.5. Let's talk about
that's
the spread for a second. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points
for any team in the second week of the season when you don't know. I mean, you're talking about two highly touted teams that are expected to compete in both leagues. So,
a top shelf grumbling gambling tip: stay away from fishy lines on the week.
I am high on the SEC, but I think the Big Ten comes out in this one. I'm taking the Wolverines.
All right, so that brings us to what now? Virginia Tech and Vandy?
Absolutely. What's your thought? What's your take on Vandy?
Now, I'm going to take this one first. I'm going to say, look, Virginia Tech, even though they got beat by South Carolina, I thought they looked pretty good that first game. They receivers made some big plays, so did the quarterback. I've been a fan of Vanderbilt's quarterback, Pavia, for 2 or 3 years, and I started watching him when he played at New Mexico. He just was especially real fun to watch in that league. I'm going to go with Vandy, another close one here. That coach at Vandy's got them believing. It'll be packed. Or is that game at Vandy?
That game is no.
It's
Virginia
Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Well, going there says before he changes his pick, I'm hammering the Hokies on this one.
I'm not changing my pick. I'm not changing my pick. I already did this, but
big game, Seamus. I think
Virginia Tech's one of the toughest places to play in the country when it's rocking. But I'm still sticking. I'm going with Vandy.
Well, since I've already exposed my pick, I'm going Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech at night game. That place is different.
It will be.
Do you understand me? Is this the blackout game?
This is the blackout game, if I'm not mistaken. Game. I think it is the blackout game.
Either way, first true home game. I'm high on the Virginia Tech. I thought they looked good last week. They couldn't get nothing offensively going, but I thought South Carolina has a much better defensive line than we expected.
Absolutely.
But I mean, you're talking Vanderbilt here, and I know I hate to say that lightly. They did beat Bama last year. They had a couple, but they only won 6 games.
But I will say that I think Virginia Tech looked pretty good that first game.
They did. They did not look bad. They just couldn't get anything going offensively. And momentum swung in a big way early in that fourth quarter, and they just could not come back from that.
South Carolina's defense is the only thing that kept them in the game because South Carolina's offensive line kept Lenore Sellers running around all night. I mean, he couldn't get anything going.
You're beat.
Well,
I think that I'm real big on Pavia. I think that Pavia is a great quarterback. He should be somewhere besides Vanderbilt. But I don't think that Vanderbilt has the athletes to keep up with Virginia Tech. I'm going to take Virginia Tech, especially since it's at the Hokies. I mean, here goes Dan Ray's big game pick that he's so high on that, everybody takes, and then here we are, he's down again.
What? Huh? Well, since I've already on this last game, I've already picked this game pretty much. I picked State for the upset. Arizona State lost a lot last year. State had a bunch of penalties that first game. They would have beat Southern 55-0 if they hadn't had so many penalties. I thought they looked pretty good, especially their defensive secondary, which was so bad. I know it was against Southern, but it looked way better that first game.
Yeah, but Southern was outmanned from the get-go. You said it yourself in the Monday night recap.
I knew it. It's like the first 5 minutes of that game, I knew my bet was beat. Anyway, I'm going Mississippi State for the upset. What do y'all got?
I think that Kenny Dillingham has woken up a fan base that needed something.
Yeah, but it wakes the team up.
I mean, it's got to wake the team up. I mean, when they talk about your state and then talk about your food and then talk about your town, how do you not get woken up for that? Either way, I'm taking Arizona State At
what? I thought you were
at.
You made this big
At
spiel
Davis
like
Wade.
you was on.
Did he just pull a not so fast?
Yeah, not so fast, my
I just pulled
friend.
a-
On
Not so
himself.
fast.
On himself at that.
Yeah, on himself. He
Give
just
me,
not,
Love it.
Call me the knockoff Pat McAfee.
Absolutely.
who the heck? No, Lee Corso. My God.
Well, this game is tricky for me. It's not a secret. I dislike State with almost every inch of my being, which is a lot of inches. A lot of weight, a lot of inches, but I think they compete this game. I think they get out strong, but they've got to get momentum early. They've got to get Davis Wade rocking for once in a very long time. I think if they do that, they win, but I don't see that happening. I think Arizona State comes out. I think their run game's a little too strong. I think Blake Shapen probably makes a couple mistakes. He didn't look. He looked pretty good last week, but he made some.
He don't
very
usually
terrible
make many
decisions.
mistakes, though.
No,
usually.
he don't make a lot of mistakes.
But he can, but anybody can.
Yeah,
but-
he just threw a
I don't think he.
10-yard pick right to the dude's chest last week. But
I just don't think he has the explosiveness
against
that you
Southern Miss,
need.
I take the Sun Devils in this one and a close one as well. I think the Sun Devils possibly get out to 10, maybe get it close late. But I think ultimately Arizona State pulls away with this one.
All right.
And that wraps it up for our pick.
Welcome back to Top Chef Grumbling with Dan and Don Walls. We're going to
What's up?
segue into the NFL. We've got a special guest on this week, Blaney.
NFL Blaney. He's the
Bill Blaney.
he's a little nervous, as we all were the first couple episodes, but he'll get it under his belt.
That's right.
Dynamite drop in, Blaney.
Heck yeah.
Let's go.
All right, we're gonna get some things. We're going to the AFC East here. The AFC East here. We're gonna go with about it for. We're gonna talk about the divisions. What we think on. I want to talk about what I think about that. I have the Bills winning the AFC East and the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
But there's gonna be the Patriots are gonna be a surprise team. They might. I don't know if I can win the division this year, but they got a good coach, Mike Vrabel. I still can't figure out why the Titans fired him, but they did.
Because they didn't have a quarterback, which he still does not have a quarterback.
Well, they kind of had I don't know. Drake May's pretty good young quarterback now, but his jury's still out. But he did get into it at the front office because they traded A.J. Brown for a pack of peanuts to the Eagles for God. I don't know why they did that, but anyway, then Blaney, you have any thoughts on that? Patriots, Bills, who's going to win that division?
Well, you got the Dolphins there too.
Dolphins too.
I think Dolphins are going to be more competitive this year than you think they are.
I'm going with the Bills.
You sure about that?
I think that's the easiest pick.
Yeah, that's the easiest pick.
That's the easiest.
It is the
division
NFL.
pick.
I think Dolphins surprise folks this year. I would take.
I agree.
They've got everybody. They
Well, if Tua
got.
can stay healthy for sure, they might surprise some people.
He's concussed right now just talking about. this.
Just saying that he's got. And then the AFC West, to me, the AFC West. Moving on here is the AFC West, the toughest division by far, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
you got the Chargers, the Broncos, the Chiefs. The Raiders are going to be much improved, but they're not ready to go yet. I don't
think they're contenders.
I'm going to pick the Chiefs in this division, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Chargers or the Broncos win either one.
I don't think the Broncos. I don't think they have.
I mean, they made the playoff last year.
They made the playoffs. I just don't think they have the personnel to keep up with Chargers or Chiefs. I think Chargers, Chiefs, either the winner, whoever doesn't finish first in this division, is ultimately wild card. So I just don't see Denver, and that's just.
I'm going with the Broncos.
No.
Oh, wait a second here.
Sean Payton.
Is anybody keeping tabs of this?
No, write this down. Space.
So we all three picked the Bills in the first one. And the second one, I picked the Chiefs. And
No,
Kyle
I picked Dolphins on the.
You did?
In AFC East, I sure did.
Does anybody have a pen? Can somebody write this down?
It is getting formal here. Okay.
All right, now we're going to move on to the AFC North, which is always a very tough division. I'm going to go with the Ravens here, but the Steelers are going to be good too. I think Rodgers is going to kind of do like a Brett Favre did. You know, Brett Favre left the Packers and he went to the Jets for a year or two and didn't do much, and then he went to the Vikings and had 2 or 3 very good years. Should have won a Super Bowl, but I think Rodgers is going to have a good year or two here for the Steelers. But I still think the Ravens are going to win that division. The Bengals, they just can't stop anybody. They're not even serious.
I'm going to take the Ravens as well.
This is not a very hard pick either. I don't know.
No, this is going to be very easy.
You took the Ravens too, guy?
Yeah, Ravens are. Bubba, I just don't see. I don't see anyone keeping up with them. I think this is Lamar's year.
I think it is too. Next year too, for sure.
At least a Super Bowl.
I think we're all building.
I don't think he wins it this year. But I think he makes it to the Super Bowl, which obviously goes against your pick with the Bills. But
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I am going with
what
the
they
Bills.
picked up all season, draft picks. I think defense is going to be a lot better this year. I'm not sure what Buffalo's got. I'm not a huge NFL guy, but I do know that there's. Let's face it, Lamar should have 2 Super Bowl appearances at least under his belt. He's just he struck out on defense. I mean, you put up 30 points in an AFC game, playoff game. I think you ought to win that. So, I think this year's is their year, and
So we're all in agreement with the Ravens there,
all
right?
the Ravens.
AFC South. This is kind of a tough one, but not really. Texans are going to win this. A lot of people I've seen picking have said the Titans were going to be a surprise team if Cam Ward can be good right away. He showed some signs and the team kind of rallied around him to me, kind of like he did Jackson Dart in New York, but they're not ready yet. They might sneak in a wild card or something, but the Texans, they got a good quarterback, good coach, going to have a good defense. I think the Colts are terrible. I don't know what they're doing.
It's the worst division in football.
Yeah, they don't. I think they're
worst division in football, Blaney. You think?
Easily,
the man said.
You get the Colts and the Titans in there. I mean, they may go
Jaguars.
1-31
Yeah, don't give it
total.
the Jaguars. All right, so we're all in agreement there on the Texans.
Yeah, I would have to say the Texans. I don't really like the Texans that much
I don't
this year.
either. But that division is. Now we go to the NFC East, and this one's kind of tough for me. I'm going to throw everybody a curveball here. There's not been a repeat division winner in this division in the last 20 years or longer. Eagles won last year, of course. I don't have much faith in Dallas, of course. Giants are much improved, but they're still young. Anyway, I'm going with the Redskins, and yes, I'm going to call them the Redskins. I'm calling them for the Redskins to win that division.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. I think Philadelphia is too strong offensively. They're struggling right now as we speak defensively, which they've held Dallas scoreless in the second half thus far. I think we're in the fourth quarter now. But I think Philadelphia.
Dallas has held them scoreless too, though. Correct?
They have.
No, they kicked the field. No,
that was,
they kicked the field.
It was 24-20 at half.
No, it wasn't. They kicked that 58-yarder before halftime, right? Yeah,
absolutely.
That's about all I saw that first half. But yeah,
I still think Philadelphia is too strong for all. I do like Jaden Daniels, what they're doing in Washington. I just don't think it's good enough to be as consistent as Philadelphia can be offensively. So, with that logic, I take the Eagles.
I'm gonna take the Eagles as well. I like Jaden Daniels. He's the real deal.
He's the best quarterback in that division, right? Would you rather have Hurts or him? I mean, come on.
Well, I'd rather have Hurts. He just won a Super Bowl.
Hurts just won a Super Bowl.
The next 5 years, who would you rather have?
Hurts, because he just won a Super Bowl.
Well, all right, I'll take
and
Daniels.
been another one. And should have won it. Yes, absolutely.
I forgot he won. He played good that other one, too.
Some national championships in
They
college,
didn't win that Super Bowl, the first one he went to, but he had a good game. All right, so I'm the Redskins. Y'all are both Eagles, correct?
Eagles.
All right, now we're going to go to the NFC West here. this is the toss-up division to me between the Rams and the 49ers. I think the Rams are going to be a good team before it's all said and done with. But Stafford, hadn't been practicing much this year so far. If he can get that together, get healthy, I think that Rams will be good. That may be a big if, but anyway, all that being said, I'm taking the Rams. The Niners lost a lot in free agency. They still got some good pieces. I saw where McCaffrey was hurt again. Shocker. Give me the Rams in that division. What about y'all?
You know, I'm not surprised you took that.
It's a toss-up. I really do.
It's toss-up. It's like San Francisco is so just injury-ridden every year. You get McCaffrey.
Seems like it's always something.
Last year it was Brock Purdy. You got Kittle that's in and out.
Debo, he's gone.
Yeah, but so I like the Rams. I think Stafford. I think he has a really good year this year, and if he has a really, really good year, I think this is his last year, and I think he kind of knows that he's getting up there with age. And even if he goes down, I mean, Stetson Bennett's looked great this
they got
this
a good
preseason.
coach.
I don't think that they're just.
Super
If for
Bowl
some
winning
reason
coach.
Stafford goes down, I think they've got plenty of depth where they can come in and compete week in and week out in that NFC West. So I'm taking the Rams with you, bub.
Blaney,
Well,
what say you? You're on the clock.
that's gonna be a clean sweep right there.
Oh God, we all took the Rams.
We're all on the Rams.
Seattle's winning the division.
Yeah,
All right, the NFC North. To me, this is by far the best.
best division in football.
Absolutely.
Best division in the NFC for sure. I don't know. I want to say the AFC may be better, but I'm not going to argue that. The Lions are going to be good again, of course. The Vikings have got a good team, but who knows about their quarterback?
Yeah, JJ is first year. He played one quarter last year.
First 4 years of starter.
I'm anxious to see this kid. I'm not gonna lie. He ran a pro style offense in college.
I wasn't a hype of him in college, who knows?
I think he they ran an immaculate offense in college, which is similar to what they're running in Minnesota. I like Minnesota's coach. I think he's great. He's young. I think he relates well to young quarterbacks. I mean, look what he did with Sam Darnold last year. No one coached Sam Darnold. He was a bust.
Right.
He was made fun of for 4 or 5 years. He
Yeah,
goes to
he had a
Minnesota
great year.
last year as a backup, gets his chance, takes him to the number 1 seed, and then.
And they
You know,
let him
ultimately,
walk
yeah.
too, so they may have.
They
You
let
got to
him
have some
walk.
confidence in McCarthy.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be to let him
There's some
walk.
faith there.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think it comes down to Minnesota or Detroit, but I think with experience, I'm going with Detroit this go round. I think Detroit's got a little bit better defense. I think offensively, Amon St. Brown is going to be a problem.
Now the Bears ain't that good too. Don't forget about Green Bay. I think that's who I'm picking with that division is Green Bay. Even before they got Parsons, I think they were that's also who I'm picking to. That's who the Bills are going to beat in the Super Bowl right there. Is going to be the Green Bay. It's going to be the Bills and the
Foreshadowing
Packers in the Super Bowl.
We might have 3 different picks this go round. What you got?
I had the Packers, man. I was on the Packers before
Yes, sir.
the Parsons
Oh.
trade.
Hey,
Before the Parsons trade, I was too.
Yeah, their wide receiver core, I'm a little skeptical about, but
That's true.
they're pretty good, and I think Jordan Love's a really good quarterback.
Of course he is. I've got him in every fantasy league I'm in, so I hope he'll probably tear his ACL the first game. But
Yeah, my pick appreciates that. Thank you.
all right, well, mine too. I picked anyway into the NFC South.
let's see.
Maybe the worst
second
division.
worst division.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
Well, what's
it's-
worse
Might
than
be
that?
the worst.
Who knows?
The Souths are terrible.
I'm going to say this first of all. The Saints. I know we got a lot of Saints fans probably listening, but they're the worst team in football. I'm putting them on the clock right now. They have the number 1 pick in May or April, whenever the draft is now. Falcons are going. A lot of people are high on the Falcons, but I just don't think so yet. The Panthers got a lot better last year. To me, it comes down to Tampa Bay or the Panthers, and I think Tampa Bay wins it. Tampa Bay had a lot of injuries last year. They had a really good team, and Mike Evans got hurt. Godwin got hurt. Baker was banged up a little bit. I think they can stay healthy this year. They're going to score a lot of points, and I'm taking the Bucks and the NFC side.
I'm with you on that. I think the greatest thing that happened to Baker Mayfield is him getting a shot in Tampa Bay.
Yes.
He's really showed his colors and what he can do. guiding an offense, and not just an offense, but a veteran offense at that. You know, he's stepped in. He's become a captain.
He was hurt his last 2 years in Cleveland too.
He's tough.
Hurt.
He's a tough old cat, man. He don't mind running the football, getting you extra yards, putting his body on the line. And if he does that in moderation this year, he's got the weapons to score a bunch of points. And their defense has been pretty good for the last 5 years. I think nothing of that changes. I believe they walk through this division and win this division by 2 games.
Oh, my gosh. Dan, you think Tampa Bay and Carolina are the 2 best teams in this division?
Yeah. What you got?
The Falcons?
The Falcons ain't hitting on shit.
And there you have
Michael Penix.
He's not. He's a lot. He got a lot left to prove.
He does.
Bijan Robinson.
I mean, he's good, but I mean,
Drake London, Kyle Pitts.
You picking the Falcons? You picking the Falcons to win the division?
I sure am.
Oh, we got
I sure am.
Outlier here, folks.
Plus 200.
When I said a lot of people were high on Falcons, I didn't know Blaney was.
I'm up there.
In there with those.
Hey, I'm a Penix
I'm
fan with the
them.
rest of them. Any kind of quarterback that throws left-handed, it's got an arm
It's
on
beautiful.
him, I'm fine with it because, especially in Atlanta, it's like nostalgia. It's like going
Michael
back
Vick.
to Michael.
Is he gonna be fighting dogs too before it's over with?
Already is. He got started on that. We got him started on that when he signed with Atlanta. It was, hey, look, you got to have this happen. There's no way you're coming to Atlanta and you're not got a pile of pits in the backyard.
All right, let me get y'all's. I've already got my 2 Super Bowl picks. Green Bay and the Bills. With the Bills winning, who do y'all have?
We're going to look back on this in February and think we were morons.
Correct.
But I do have I'm going to go sleeper picks. Can I go sleeper picks?
It's your pick.
Sleep.
I'm going Ravens.
Well, that's a real sleeper. Who are they? Who's the quarterback?
Okay, because they haven't won shit ever, right?
They've won it twice, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about lately with the team that they have. They haven't got
Hey,
close.
Flacco won it, and he's still playing, so.
Flacco is a beast. I'm going Ravens and I'm going Detroit. Ravens line. Super Bowl.
who's your winner? You gonna write that down?
No, because it's not going to happen what I pick. I'm going super pick, but I think Ravens win it. I think Ravens win it. Yeah,
I think it could be their year this year too.
I think they get it done.
Well, I got the Ravens winning as well.
Oh.
Against the Eagles. The Eagles get back there.
Bird versus Bird.
Yep.
Well, they're
Eagles
going to
versus
do something a
Ravens.
little bit differently defensively then, because right now we got a live update on the score.
Maybe he'll
what's the score?
spit in
Look,
Lamar Jackson's
24-20
face
still.
before the game.
Bro,
Jalen Carter.
I'm ginning right now. You hear me? I am ginning. I was grumbling like a troll 2 hours ago, and now I'm ginning.
All right, I got a few.
Why are you spitting in that man's face?
I got a few games I want to pick this weekend with y'all right here.
Let's do it.
There's gonna be
Let's get it. We're
NFL
going to our
pickups on the
picks.
week. Write this
NFL
down.
pick this week. Me, you, Blaney.
Me, you, and Blaine are gonna have these.
Let's do it.
First of all, we're gonna do Chargers and the Chiefs. Of course, we know, but the Chargers. They've got a good quarterback. They got Harbaugh. They just hadn't been able to put it all together yet. Can their defense step up a little bit? Anyway, that's a Friday night game. It's some kind of a outlier. Friday night NFL game to start the season, but I like it. I like it.
Love it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. That's what I'm taking. Shocker.
I think it's really incredibly hard to go against the Chiefs, especially regular season. They compete week in, week out. It's really hard to beat them. But I think this year we change it up. We're going Chargers upset, week 1.
Chargers upset. I think you stole Blaney's pick.
I was finna do it.
You're taking Chargers?
I'm going to stick with it then. I'm going to take the
let's go.
Chiefs. I'm staying with the Chiefs.
You staying with the Chiefs?
Yep. That was.
All right. Well, next game, Detroit and Green Bay. That's a good opening weekend
Boy.
game.
Man, these games
Freaking
are.
sweet. We got the Cowboys.
I'm going to go with Green Bay, and that one's at Green Bay. I'm going with Green Bay.
Y'all both going Green Bay?
I'm going Green Bay as well. cover, everything.
Let's go Lions!
Wow.
I'm going Lions. I cannot. No, absolutely not. You're not doing it to me.
Taking them?
Yes, sir. Detroit.
All right, now we got the Vikings and the Bears. This is the Monday night game, by the way. The only reason it's on here, in case y'all are wondering why the hell we're picking this game.
I think it's a great rivalry.
great
Why would you
game.
not pick this?
It's at the
Division
Bears.
matchup.
It's at the Bears, Monday Night Football. I'm going with the Vikings in a close one.
Yeah. I'm going Vikings too. It deserves really no answer. The Bears, Caleb Williams is really gonna have to show something.
He showed some promise last year here and there. He's not, I think he's got some potential still. Who's Blaney picking?
I'm going with the Bears.
Let's go.
Okay, I
The
like
Bears.
it.
Love a little.
All right, now we got Rams and Texans. I'm gonna go with Texans because I don't know if Stafford's even gonna play or how
Don't
much
matter.
or if he's ready or what.
No, Stetson Bennett's beating them by himself.
So you're
I'm
taking?
going Rams easily. I think they cover by 10.
Oh, okay.
I like the Rams to cover and the under 43.5.
All right. Now we got one more game. No, that's it. That's a little four.
Bills
pack.
and Ravens. Quick thoughts. Bills and Ravens.
The Bills and Ravens play this weekend.
Yeah, we got to add that.
I don't know how I missed that.
How did you miss that, Don?
I'm taking the Bills.
I got to stick with my Super Bowl pick. I got to go Ravens.
Yep.
This one. I think
Ravens.
You look over the last
Well,
few
the
years.
Bills are going to win. I don't know why y'all taking that down for the Ravens.
You look over the last few years. Bills start out slow.
Yes.
Ravens on me and Blaney, and the Bills on the Don.
All right, now I've got a few over and under win total bets that I'm gonna let y'all have that I really like that I've looked into. Under in the Arizona Cardinals win total, it's like 6 or 7 games. They've got a very tough schedule. I've got them winning 4 or 5 games tops, maybe. Kyler, I'm not sold on him, so I like that one. Under the Cardinals win total. Under 7.5, the Atlanta Falcons win total.
Boo.
Well, you look at their schedule, there's a pretty good chance they're going to start off the season 1-7 or 0-8. Pretty good schedule.
Is that against division opponents?
And by that time,
division is toss-up.
There is no way they start 1-7 or 0-8.
well, let me just say
They
you.
got a
Snowball's
great
chance,
running
bro.
game.
I don't even have to look
Above
at it.
average quarterback. Like, you got to let me know.
Let me just run this by you right quick.
That's the worst division in football. We just said that.
Okay. First
I think they
game.
get 4 wins just in division, just if they split it, right?
First game of the season is at the Bucks. That's a loss. At the Vikings, loss. Panthers, I'm gonna give them a win. Commanders at home, loss. Bills at home, loss. At the Niners, loss. Dolphins at home, maybe a win.
Pretty much a loss.
Then at the Patriots, and that's a brutal start to the schedule. Give me the under all day
They're
long.
very capable of going 4-4 at worst on that.
Give me the under 7.5 all day long on the Falcons win total.
Y'all got that
So,
right
so,
down?
so you have to have the Bucks winning
at least
at
9.
least 9
This
or
is
10.
the
9 and
easiest.
8.
This is probably the
Easily.
easiest win total bet you're gonna have this year. Give me the under in the Falcons. All right, and then the Patriots. I think they're gonna surprise some people this year. They're over in the win total is 8. Good coach, good defense, good young quarterback. I put $300 on the over in that one.
I'll just hold those for you. Don't even mess with your
Well,
bookie. Save him the effort.
Are y'all writing this down? I want y'all.
Yes.
I want y'all to know
I
he's.
made sure that we were writing this down. I will hold both of
And
those.
I want you to know that he's, vetoing these. Anyway, last one, over win total in the Steelers. Tomlin always makes it's 8. It's 8.5.
He's good for 10.
He's always good for 9 or 10. I think, like I said,
Just like you.
I already said Rodgers is good for. Rodgers is going to have a good season this year, I think, unless he if he can stay healthy. Give me the over in the Pittsburgh win total, and that's going to be it for that. And we all gave our Super Bowl picks, correct? And
Yes.
The winner?
Ravens.
All right, Brandon, we're going to get you out on here on this. I need your favorite NFL bet of the weekend.
Can I give one over under real quick that I like?
Give all, yeah, that's what I just asked you.
All right, okay. The Rams.
You talking about the over? You talking about over?
Yeah,
I'm
win
sorry.
totals.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, you're good. 9.5 over. Smash that.
Write that down.
We've talked about it. The two worst divisions of football, NFC and AFC South.
That's it.
They play 8 games against those two divisions.
A fantastic take.
Who do you say the over and who?
Rams 9.5. Book it.
That's
Well, see, that scares me. Is about the.
Yeah, I understand. If Stafford gets hurt,
NFL Blaney, that is deep.
He is hurt.
Vision. That is a fantastic take. I like that. The odds reflect that. That's a minus 130
Minus 130
odds
bet.
right now at this moment. So if you're considering that, I think it's a great bet. Vegas thinks it's a great bet. Blaney, good
I
job
like
on
it
that
too.
Thank you, man. All right, what you got, Dan?
I need you to give me your favorite bets of the NFL weekend. Let's have them.
It's one of them sheets. All right, I like the Bengals minus 5.5. Was the last time I saw it.
And who they playing?
They're playing the Browns.
The Browns, correct?
Correct.
See,
I will say this: the only thing that I hope that Cincinnati gets off to a better start than they have the last 2 or 3 years. They start out slow, then they play catch up. I think if they stay healthy these first few weeks, I love.
But that game's always close. See, it's always the old division rivals. They seem like you always play a close game.
4 of the last 5 matchups.
Well, who's starting for the Browns? Have they come
Bengals have covered the
Flacco,
5.5.
for sure.
They're starting Flacco.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just don't like the Browns, man.
I don't either. I
just
no
think
one
they're
can sit there and
terrible
say
every
they take
year.
the Browns plus 5.5 confidently. You got a 46-year-old quarterback. He's on AARP, for God's sakes. I don't think.
Don't hate on Flacco.
Joe
no.
Burrow, I think he gets off to a 1-0 start. I hope he gets off to a 1-0 start
Right.
for your sake. I like that pick. If I come out good this week, I'm definitely with you on that.
All right, you got any more?
We'll go through them quickly. I like the Falcons money line against the Bucks at home.
I'm just kidding.
And
I'm not
we
betting that game.
touched on these a little bit. Ravens minus 1.5.
Do you have
At
anything
Buffalo.
for tomorrow night on the?
Is that Buffalo?
Yes.
Do you have anything tomorrow night on the Chiefs and the Chargers? I'm looking for something to bet on that game.
I'm a recency
What's the
guy
line
a
on that?
little
What's the line
bit.
on
The
that?
over smashed last year.
What's
Play
the
it
line?
this year. I don't know.
Tomorrow night it's like 3 points. The over and under's low. That's
all I
like
got.
44
Give me a second.
points.
Let me look at the line.
Over hit last year.
I'm leaning towards the over in that game. That's probably gonna be the only bet I put
Chiefs 3.5. That's also in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yeah.
in. Oh, it's in Brazil.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's the
God.
Brazil games. And they got
Chiefs,
London
Chargers.
games. And Mexico
Chiefs
games.
minus 3.5.
I'm gonna be betting something on that NFL game. But I'm not betting on any. I'm about to swear off betting on college Friday night games. I don't know what my record is over the years on Friday college games, but it ain't very damn good. All right, y'all got
Hey,
anything else?
That'll do it for our NFL segment.
Well, I enjoyed it, guys. Thanks
I
for
did
having
too.
me, man. That was
That's the
fun.
NFL segment of the year.
NFL
The
segment.
first one of the year. We're gonna have one
Week
every
one.
week.
Who dat?
That's
Go
luck,
Cowboys.
everybody.
For what it's
That's NFL Blaney on the NFL segment this week, brought to you by Russell Motors. Go see Austin Hook Up for all your car needs. Great prices, great service. He's the guy for you.
All right, this next segment is brought to you by Lawn Hub, called Little C and the Don for all your lawn care needs. We do it and we do it right. This is your big bets of the weekend from Top Shelf Grumbling.
One of y'all take it away first. Do your college
Do your
picks
college first.
College picks. How many are we taking? We taking NFL too?
I got
I got my college and NFL bets wrote down. We're gonna do college and NFL right here,
How many are we
bud.
taking NFL? 3?
I got my
Take as many as you want to.
I got my 4 big bets of the college weekend right here teed up. I'm going to go ahead and start with my first one. I got JMU versus Louisville. I'm going to take the Dukes. The Dukes were the best statistical team in the FBS last year. They were 9-4. They looked fantastic on offense and defense. And I do not think that Louisville can cover the 14.5 point spread that's put out right now. And it may change a point or a point and a half, but I think that JMU has what it takes to cover.
I looked at that game. You know, James Madison has been good the past couple of years. I don't really know what they've got this year. That spread seems awfully high to me, but
I mean, I'm telling you, it's Duke's by 100.
I'm not betting on any Friday college games anymore. Not much. I don't know what it is. My record over the years on Friday night is just awful, so I'm tired of losing money on Friday. So I'm not doing it anymore. I'm sure that won't last for but a week or two, but I'm boycotting Friday night games for a while.
I don't know what they got. Look, I think Louisville's got something special going. I don't know if they can cover. If you've got the hook, 14.5 is what I'm showing here. If you've got that hook, I don't see why James Madison wouldn't be a great pick. But I could also see Louisville coming out. They got a great team, great coach. It's a matter of time before they're relevant nationally, as well as in the ACC. So I think it's a football coin for me. What else you got?
I got my next three are coming to Saturday. I got Kansas City and Missouri. I'm taking Missouri minus 6.5.
Kansas City?
I mean, not Kansas. Kansas and Missouri. I got Missouri minus 6.5. Missouri just looks really good offensively and defensively on the ball. They have a lot of weapons on both sides, and I really just don't think that Kansas can hang with them down the stretch. I'm taking Missouri by a touchdown.
I can't wait to watch that game. Yeah. I'm not going to bet on it. I'm going to watch the heck out of it, though. But
I think it's going to be a great game to watch. I think it's going to be close. I said earlier in the podcast, I think Kansas with Jalen Daniels is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Missouri, they got a banged-up quarterback. I'm nervous to see how he plays, what they do with the run game. I think it's a high-scoring game, but I also think that Kansas keeps it fairly close. Also another one I think is a coin flip for you, and I think Kansas covers that. That's against me. I'm not picking that game. I just throwing out logic there.
My third bet of the weekend, I got Ole Miss versus Kentucky. I'm taking Ole Miss. Ole Miss looked really, really good on the offensive side of the ball, minus their offensive line, which I think will gel together the more that they play.
And the defense looked good.
The defense looked very good, in my opinion. Austin Simmons has all the tools to be a big-time playmaker and make a lot of plays and score a lot of points. I'm taking Ole Miss minus 10, but I honestly think the spread should be 2 touchdowns.
I'll follow that up with, I think Ole Miss is very capable of beating the dog shit out of Kentucky. Bob Stoops can kiss the brown side of my ass, and we have something to prove that they you could say they ruined their season last year. They did. They didn't. We had a chance to really make something happen in the playoff. I thought we'd go to the playoff. We'd make something happen there. Kentucky, everyone wants to go back to the Kentucky game. Florida, it is what it is. They had a great team. They got better as the season moved on, but you're talking about losing to a 3-9 Kentucky team. Only win they got in the SEC was against us. I think we're coming out. We have intentions of beating the immortal hell out of them. I'm tickled about that. I think we're going to stop them offensively. I think we're going to run it down their throat. I think we're going to screen pass. I think we're going to hit them deep. I think that we dominate that game. And leading to that, I've got Ole Miss minus 8.5 against Kentucky as well. Great pick there, Little C.
I love it. Ole Miss by a million.
Ole Miss by 90.
I'm taking them too. I've got them at minus 10 because I took a little earlier in the week. But the only thing that scares me now, every Ole Miss fan I know says we're going to beat the hell out of them. So it's not going to turn out good, I'm afraid. But I've also got
if they can't move the ball against Toledo, there's no chance they move it against us.
Well,
I fairly agree.
I've seen SEC.
They didn't move it against us last year neither. They had 2 plays that beat us.
I've seen SEC teams
one for
lose.
like 60 yards.
I've seen SEC teams lose to Toledo and then turn around and beat us before. So Arkansas and
the only reason that Kentucky won last year is because they got the 2 plays off a non-existent Ole Miss run game, and Ole Miss has a run game this year.
No, they beat us off penalties. Let's put that first. Penalties put them in the game for the big plays. Without that, I don't think Kentucky scored 3 points that whole game. Now we played terribly offensively, and I think we're going to clean that up. We may give up a few more sacks, but Michael Pettis isn't there. Thank God, he was a complete liability on the offensive line. We eliminate the holding calls. I'll take 1.5 yards, 2 yards per carry with our offense as I had. We're holding on third downs on first, when it's not even relevant. We would hold running the ball to the left side of the field, and Michael Pettis is holding this dude by the damn collarbone.
I'm glad we got to see him hold on over this thing.
I'm sick of that shit, and we saw it last week with Florida State. Big time gain. Michael Pettis gets called for holding, and what is doing relevant? Okay. I'm tickled to death to see that he is in Tallahassee, out of Oxford, and I'll take what we got now. Versus what we had back then.
We all three taking Ole Miss.
We all three are taking Ole Miss.
I got livid right then.
We're going to the spread.
But I'm invested.
All right. My last pick comes to Mississippi State and Arizona State. I'm going to take State on the spread +7. I think Arizona State has a high chance to pull out the win. But
I do too. I've got Arizona State on the money line. I've got them on the spread. I ain't putting a bunch of money on it or anything, but I think Arizona State wins.
Well,
for sure.
I mean, last year Arizona State, they barely covered the +7 that they were given with a whole lot better team, and Mississippi State is a much improved team.
That team got much better throughout the year.
I agree.
The team that State played last year and the team that ended up that year were two totally different teams.
But we're in the same spot. I think Mississippi State +7. I think that's a good bet. I like the cowbells ringing in Oxford. I really like it a lot.
In Oxford?
That's Starkville.
In Starkville.
They can't ring in Oxford. We banned that shit. Not happening. Canceled.
I like this. I like the cowbells ringing in Starkville. I think I'm going Mississippi State +7. That's my 4 big bets of the weekend.
I hope you win all of them.
Well, I'm going to take, like I said, I'm taking the Rebs -10. I'm taking Iowa State -3 also. Although I'm kind of worried about that game. I'm going to do I'm going to do a minimum bet on Iowa State, a max bet on Ole Miss. I'm thinking about taking Oklahoma, but hadn't really decided yet. My favorite game of the week is once again going to be South Florida getting 18 points at the Swamp. I think I wouldn't be shocked if they were to win that game outright. South Florida is my favorite game of the week. I also like Hawaii late night, Saturday night. Excuse me. I'm gonna fade Phil. They're playing Sam Houston State. I'm gonna fade Phil Longo.
Score from far.
I'm gonna fade Phil Longo until further notice. So I'm on Hawaii. And I also like Memphis. They're only 13 against Georgia State. I think Memphis blows them out.
But you said that you thought Georgia State was going to play Memphis real tough in an earlier segment.
What do we have? What does Memphis have this year that we don't know about?
They've got the core of their team back. They lost their quarterback. He was there forever, but they're going to have a good team.
But I share your sentiment in the USF versus Florida Bet in the Swamp. I think that USF's quarterback, like I said Monday on the recap, he looks absolutely fantastic in that system. He's a hard hitter. He brings the energy. I like that bet. I think I'm going to take it with you.
Florida don't normally blow people out that much either. So those are my 4: Rebels, Iowa State, South Florida. Actually, I think it's 5. Hawaii and Memphis.
4? I thought it was picking 3.
I love it.
And I may have another game or two tomorrow. And when I look a little bit, I may put it on the. I'm going to put it on the website if I do. But
yeah, any extra bets will be put out on the Top Shelf Grumbling Facebook page. Be sure to go look at that.
There's a few I hadn't got to look at yet. I want to look at a little bit more and hear a few people tomorrow's picks. But that's what I'm thinking. The Rebs, Iowa State, South Florida, Memphis, and Hawaii. And South Florida's my favorite game. And I'm going to have maybe 1 or 2 more. May take 1 or 2 away. You can't ever tell.
Big game, Seamus. What do you have?
Well, you know me. I'm picking big games, right? I'm not picking, I'm picking P4 schools, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
P4 only.
P4 only. Big game Seamus here. I'm taking Ole Miss.
That's a
Right now,
terrible
I've got
roll.
it at 8.5. I'm taking Ole Miss by 8.5. I think we win by 17 at least. If you're into pleasers, that is a great game to please. I just think Kentucky struggled so badly last week with the passing game. I think Austin Simmons, Lane Kiffin's got it dialed up. Our receiving core, especially if Daquan Wright is healthy, he's going to be a big factor over the middle. Doing that, that's going to free up a few linebackers. It's going to open up our running game a little bit too. I think we're going to be very dynamic both ways. We're going to be balanced. We're going to be able to run the football through screens, deep passes. I think we're going to do it all well. I take Ole Miss big. We got a little something to prove from last year. So I think we beat Stoop and the Kitty Cats really, really bad by 90. So Rebels there. Also, I'm taking Baylor. I think Baylor looked really good.
I thought about that pick.
Baylor's getting
a good
2.5. Baylor's getting 2.5, and
I want to see more from them. I'm not really. I'm kind of scared of that game.
The only thing I'm scared of that is we talked about that on the Monday night recap as well. Michael Trigg looked like really the only offensive weapon that they had, but when Baylor plays somebody a little weaker, do we see more?
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, here's why. So SMU played Texas.
LSU's no slouch. They ain't got much for defense.
East Texas A&M out of the Southland in Division VI football last week. They had a total of 4 third down conversions. There was 4 or 10 of third down, 1 or 2 of fourth down conversions. They had a total of 400 yards, which is very, very minimal when you're playing a Division VII school. They threw a pick. They punted multiple times, and that doesn't happen in those games. Those games are created to be complete blowouts. They won that game 42-13, and ended up 42 points, okay? 14 of those came off of pick sixes, in which you're probably not going to have in a game against Baylor. Baylor's got really good. They got Michael Trigg. Regardless of how I feel about Ole Miss, Michael Trigg is a complete and utter athlete. He is Dennis the Menace.
I mean, he was the best athlete on the field in the Baylor and Auburn game,
Absolutely.
and Baylor just didn't come out on top.
Auburn struggled to cover him. They put 2 high safety on him, still couldn't cover him. He was still making catches in double coverage. I think he's going to open up the pass game a good bit. I don't think SMU's got a chance, even at home. I mean, they fit like 1,200 folks in their stadium. There's no chance Baylor doesn't go in there and just beat the total shit out of them. So I got Baylor plus points, 2.5. Buy that
Y'all on the
3.
road, correct?
Buy it to 3. Cut your losses.
I like it.
Big money bet there. And also, I'm going to go Illinois against Duke. I don't know how you can look at the rankings and what the experts are saying. With
It's just the fishiest line of the week of the night.
It's the fishiest line, but you can't go in and say, okay, Duke's gonna win this game when the experts are so high on Illinois. And I know they screw us every year on
Not
preseason
so fast,
rankings.
my friend.
No, I mean we look at the action app. Me and Kyle looked at it earlier while we were sitting there eating at the butcher block, and the action app has 12 sharp moves on it. I mean that's a high amount of sharp moves.
I don't pay attention to that because I don't know shit just like I don't. But Illinois wins this game outright. They win it by a touchdown. That could be. I think this is a 3-game parlay. Put you damn life savings on it. Take your money out of 401k.
I love it.
Lock it down. Jordan Belfort. Let me lock that in for you. And
I will say
let's
this.
all win
The
money
Sharps are
this
professional
week.
bettors for a reason.
I'll say this too: the Sharks have been on fire so far this year. By the way, the
Absolutely.
biggest one, the biggest shark bet I see for Saturday is Baylor. So you're on point with
You
them.
are on a roll.
Big game shame is coming to you. All Power 4 picks.
All right, I got a few NFL bets here before we get y'all out of here that
All
I
right,
like.
roll through them.
Tomorrow night, this is going to be the only bet I put in tomorrow night. I'm going to put a little bit on the over in the Chiefs game. I know it seems low, but I'm taking it. I'm also taking the Bills.
What is that total? Do you know?
44. It's like really low. It's like I thought it was like, my God, I couldn't believe how low it was when I saw it. Just kind of, I don't know, it being so low kind of almost scares me away, but I'm going to take it anyway. I'm also going to take the Bills over the Ravens. I'm taking the Patriots. I forgot who the Patriots playing again. We talked about it a while ago.
I don't think I have that one on my list of 4.
I'm taking the Dolphins and the Vikings and the Packers. So I'm going to take over in the Chiefs, Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Vikings, and Packers. That's who I'm taking Sunday. Or one of them is Friday night. And like I said, I may add 1 or 2 to those bets. But
the Patriots have the Raiders.
The Raiders. And that yes, right. That line's fishy low. It's only a couple of points.
Shit. I'll hold that. How much you want to put on that? I'll hold that live.
I think I take the Raiders.
I'll hold that live. I will take the Raiders.
$50.
$50. Me and the Don, Seamus and the Don, big game Seamus, Dan the Don Walls, $50.
Can I get a $50
Hands
personal
up.
on that one
But
as
I
well?
will be posting all
Heads
my
up,
bets.
I spot him the 2.5.
I'm also going to be putting all my bets on the website. I've had a pretty good year so far. I'm over 50%, won a little money. So hopefully this weekend gets a little better. And
once again, go visit our Facebook page to follow all our picks.
All right, well
and content.
That is Top Shelf Grumbling this week. Week 2 of college, week 1 NFL, brought to you by Young's Tire Store in Pontotoc, Mississippi. Come see Cal, Courtney, Caleb for all your tire needs. They will hook you up. I personally can vouch for them. I have all 8 tires on my vehicles. Brought to you by Young's. Great service.
Once again, thank you to Wilder's Fitness here.
Absolutely.
The
What a
Beautiful. I mean, look at this place.
Beautiful place.
And we're going to be here
beautiful.
for a long. We're going to be here for a while doing the show from here. So we're going to get a little set going, and we'll see y'all Monday or
This is
Tuesday.
Top Shelf Grumbling from Little C, Big Game Seamus, and the Don. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube and
Come and send the
podcast and
TikTok.
Spotify.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Lawn Hub, Price Cutter, Russell Motors, Butcher Block Restaurant, and Wilder Fitness. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast. Now on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Thanks for listening.